Welcome to Survivor Everything. I'm your host Liam, and who doesn't love the Survivor auction? Appearing in 18 of what is about to be 48 seasons worth of Survivor, the Survivor auction has been a staple of the series since season 2. With the auction being filled with finger-licking good food, fun, and drama, let's talk about the most iconic Survivor auction moments. Starting things off surprisingly is a moment from one of the least iconic seasons of the whole show, and it's from season 5, Survivor Thailand. We all know Jeff can be a really corny guy, but one of my favorite Jeff mannerisms is that he likes to expect that the players on the island will somehow go along with what he says, like they've read a script he's handed to them before. There's a good example of this in the pre-merge of season 5, when the tribes go to the auction to bet as a tribe and not individually. During that auction, Chewy buys nachos and a secret surprise, and when Jane goes up to collect them, Jeff puts her on the spot to guess what the surprise is.
You like nachos? What goes with nachos?
Beer.
You're on the right track.
Tacos. What?
What goes with nachos?
Enchiladas.
Margaritas. Damn, woman.
I gotta love how annoyed Jeff was that Jane couldn't get what he was saying, even though Helen is also in the background just screaming tacos because she doesn't get it either. Jeff, man, these people are starving, drooling at the food you have in front of them, and are getting put on the spot with cameras all around. Give them a break.
Margaritas. Damn, woman.
The next moment is the moment I think that is probably the most desperate of all of them, even if it's funny, and that's Eric paying to lick Cerie's fingers all the way back in season 16, Micronesia. At the end of the auction, Natalie Bolton buys a chocolate cake that she can split with 3 other tribe mates, and she chooses Parvati, Alexis, and Cerie. Now, while they're all just shoving this cake down their throats like that big kid does in Matilda, Eric salivates by the sidelines until he gives them an offer that most can refuse.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh, that's sad. Something's wrong with that boy. He really has problems, poor thing.
James always has really good commentary, and his banter behind Eric really sells Eric's desperation. And it's hilarious how not only do 3 of the girls completely ignore Eric when he offers to pay them, but Cerie haggles him to increase the price.
How much you say you're gonna say?
I'd say $20 to lick your fingers.
20 to finger?
All right, how about $40 to lick your fingers?
He's serious.
I mean, come on, Eric. Even Cochran got to do this for free.
You see that?
Cochran, how often does that happen?
More often than you think.
We now get what I find to be the overall funniest moment in all the auctions, and that is Big Tom's freak out back in the second auction that ever took place during Survivor Africa. During this auction, players were allowed to pool their money together to share food items, and this allowed for Big Tom and Ethan to put their money together for a mystery item. When Big Tom discovers what it is, though, his freakout is something to behold.
I'll kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill you after I kiss you. Ham, he's a Jew and he won't eat the ham. He's a Jew.
This burst of positive energy is just so fun, and it's even got Jeff calling Big Tom baby in the background, and Ethan's dancing along to everything. This entire moment is just a great way to end the auction, because it's just fun all around.
Oh, man!
Big Tom, wait, Big Tom, come here. Come here. Whoa, be careful, baby. I just want to see you enjoy this.
Next is the pettiest moment on this list, and an iconic moment that every auction list should have, and that is the great cookie debacle between Randy and Sugar and Survivor Gabon. Randy and Sugar had notoriously not liked each other throughout the entire portion of the game that they've been interacting with, but it culminates here at the auction. After Randy buys a tray of cookies that he has to share with the whole tribe, and yes, Randy, we mean the whole tribe.
You just made a lot of people very happy.
Oh, yes!
I can have them all myself if I want.
For the tribe,
Okay.
Randy.
You can already see that Randy is more hungry for power than food by the way he immediately responds. When Randy passes out the cookies, you can tell he doesn't want to give a single one to Sugar, but offers her one anyways, and she declines. Once all the cookies are almost gone though, Randy offers her again, and this is what happens.
Last chance, you can have a full one.
Thank you.
Randy offers Sugar his own cookie. She takes it and gives it to Maddie.
Yeah. Would you like to repeat that?
Wow. I think it worked out the way it worked out.
Randy was being a jerk here the whole time, and Sugar wasn't being the sweetest either, and it ends the auction in a very bitter tone.
I left the auction broke, full, half drunk, and pissed off.
Have you ever seen a grown man get so mad over a chocolate chip cookie? And the only reason I took his damn cookie is because he didn't want to give me a cookie. He wanted to give everybody a cookie but Sugar, because Sugar's evil.
I love a badass moment as much as the next guy, and I think one of the most badass moments in any Survivor is when Yul flexes his super immunity idol during the auction. In the middle of the auction, Becky, his ally, ends up being the person to purchase the ability to send another player to Exile Island and take all their money in the process. Becky doesn't even have a moment to think before Godfather Yul over here tells her the two best choices, mainly for his alliance to keep moving further stronger. Becky, of course, listens to Godfather Yul, choosing Candace to go back to Exile Island for the 4th time, but Candace can at least have some hope that she can find the hidden immunity idol in her 4th go-around. That is, until Yul snuffs that hope out like Jeff snuffs torches.
There's still the idea of the hidden immunity idol out on Exile.
I think I know where it is.
I can end the suspense. I have it.
You have the idol.
I have the idol.
It's brutal but domineering gameplay that Yul showcases here, with him having a stranglehold on the game socially, being the person to basically choose Candace to go, but he also has a stranglehold on the game strategically, and is letting the other players know that they can't do a single thing about it.
Is it right here? It's a compass on the necklace.
Looks authentic.
The next auction we're going to talk about is a bit of a cheat, since it's not just an iconic auction for one thing or one characteristic, but it's just the most iconic auction in Survivor history, and that's the entire auction of Survivor Cagayan. It's not a shocker that one of the best seasons gets the best auction, and there's just so much to love about this one. It happens later in the game than some of these other auctions, so when Spencer, Taj, and Tony all sit out every food item waiting for the advantage to pop up, it allows the 3 other players to go crazy buying food for very, very cheap prices.
I can still bid, I still have more money. You guys, what are you waiting for? Start spending your money, you cheapo depots. You guys want to eat or what?
I love how Trish is constantly pestering them to eat and calling them cheap. Spencer has wild expressions and reactions when players are buying food that he wishes he could eat. And Woo's reactions are probably his best character moments of the season.
What are you anticipating? What's the taste? That tangy barbecue sauce, that chewiness of the meat. It's just immaculate all in my mouth.
Woo looks like he's about to cry when he buys these ribs for the price that he does, and then he sounds like he's about to start doing things with these ribs that Survivor can't show on TV. And the auction all ends too in this climatic rock draw between Tony and Spencer, 2 forces of this game who have been clashing this whole time, and who are now battling for an advantage in the next immunity challenge. This auction becomes the auction with the lowest amount of money bid in the entire show, with 3 of the 6 players not spending their money on food at all, and only $330 being spent on food altogether.
I draw the rock, I open my hand, and the rock is white. You know, I just have a white rock. I have a new title. I'm the greatest loser at the auction in Survivor history.
Next up is the auction that finally put the nail in its coffin after how it was game botted in Cagayan, and that's the auction in Survivor 30 Worlds Apart. During this auction, we have the same conundrum of 3 players who are holding out their money for the upcoming advantage that everyone knows that Jeff will put up for bid. Jeff, knowing that players are holding out their money for the advantage, tries to switch things up from Cagayan by offering the letters from home before the advantage is shown, something that he knows that players will spend hundreds if not all their money on. Shirin, though, being the super fan that she is, tells everyone how to completely game bot the auction to break it more than it already was from Cagayan.
In the past, whatever the highest bid ended up being, Jeff let everybody else buy it for that high bid. I'm serious.
So here, everyone agrees to pay $20 and purchase their letter for that price, and even those 3 holding out their money agree to participate in it too. This is where this auction becomes iconic, when Mike Holloway turns from babyface to heel in a dime, doing the most evil auction move we've ever seen, and betraying everyone's trust, even Jeff's, all at once.
I can't explain it.
But you just bought it for 20 bucks.
Thank you.
All right, nice. Mike, did you get...
He didn't do it.
Wow.
Though Mike does go back and buys his letter when he realizes it's going to cause more trouble for him if he doesn't do it, it's crazy that he did this in the first place, especially a person who was portrayed as much as a hero as Mike was.
I can't do it. That wouldn't go with my conscience. That goes against who I am as a person.
To end things off, our last iconic moment is going to be the most heartwarming moment to ever come out of the Survivor auction, and that's when Taj buys a cell phone with her husband's video message on it. When Jeff brings this item up for auction, not only does nobody else fight to purchase it, but other players are giving Taj their money so she can pool it together in case someone even does. Everyone knows that Taj just left her newborn at home to play this game and is homesick more than anyone, and them helping her is a heartwarming enough moment on its own. But that's not even the icing on the cake. The moment that could make a grown man cry is when Taj finishes that video that her husband sent her, and she finally realizes what he said on it.
You hear that last line?
I did.
There's one line on there. Might have been a little hard to hear. There's one line. See you back at the gym!
Taj is so excited here. Jeff could be the next Winter Soldier after getting his arm destroyed like that. And this moment always sticks out to me as being one of the most emotional moments in Survivor history, and it definitely deserves a spot on this list. So there they are, the moments that I found to be most iconic in Survivor auction history. What moments stuck out to you that live rent-free in your head? I know I constantly think of this whenever I spill a beer.
Party foul.
Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Everybody grab your torches, head back to camp. I'll see you in the next one.
Tender, sushi, lathered in barbecue. Flavorful.
Easy, Woo.
Wow, woohoo.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.